You want to break that addiction. You want to break that addiction. You know it's holding you back and you don't want it to anymore. You know that your life is literally gonna be 10 times better if you quit this addiction. No matter what that addiction is, you want it gone. You have watched all these videos on YouTube telling you about how to break your addictions and never how to break your addiction, how to never eat junk food again, or how to quit for good. And every single video just tells you the same thing and it just never works. I'm here to tell you that this video that you're watching right now is going to be the one that will finally do it for you. This video is going to show you how to break an addiction no matter what it is, and how I myself broke my addiction. I'm just going to say this now. This video is going to be the thing which guides you into breaking your addiction finally. But I'm not saying that it's going to take you just one day to break that addiction. But if you stick to it, you will break that addiction. I promise you, it will be within 30 days. Imagine this. It's 10 p.m. Everyone in your house has gone to bed. You know that it's late, but it's a holiday, so no school the next day. You know that you need your sleep. But before you're about to switch off your computer, you get a notification from Discord. You know that Discord notification. Come join us, Need 5 Stack. It's your friend asking you to hop on Valorant. Okay, but one game only, you tell him. Then you're on until 2 a.m. If you don't know how Valorant works, it's basically like this first to 13 round wins type game. And each game that you play is literally going to be 40 plus minutes. 40 minutes is almost an hour, which is like, thinking about it now, bro, it's such a crazy waste of time even just loading into a game. Like sometimes, like if you play the competitive mode, like sometimes, bro, it'll take you literally 10 minutes to get into a game. The game is super fun, like I won't lie to you. So those 40 minutes would feel like 10. And playing that next game, playing another game, it would be so easy to do. Valorant also had like this don't get off on a loss culture, which is basically like you can't close the game until you have won the game. So like let's say like, oh, you played a game and you lost. You want to get off? No, you can't get off. You have to play one more. You have to play until you actually win a game. So if you're a complete trash like I was, not getting off until you win a game would literally mean like 3 hours on that game. At least 3 hours on that game. And when you won that first game, you would want to play another. And the cycle just repeats itself. Also, a little science tangent here, but like I just said, I was trash at this game. I will not lie, I was complete trash at this game. And the thing is, so many of you guys who play these games are trash. You're never going to go pro. You're trash at them. So you're literally wasting your time. You aren't going to get good, bro. Like, some people just need to accept that. Like, the only time I'll accept a person who plays video games is if they're doing it for content. If you're playing video games for content, like, bro, hats off to you. Literally doing anything for content is crazy. Like, I respect anyone who does things for content, except unless like you have an OnlyFans or something. I knew that I need to stop playing the game. So what I did every single time I would boot up the game is that I would tell myself, okay, 15 push-ups, get down, do 15 push-ups. And every time I'd finish the game, I'd have to do 10 push-ups. At the time, I was just getting into working out. So I literally hated doing push-ups. Like, I could barely squeeze out like 10 good ones at once. I wanted to get fit and I wanted to stick to what I said I was going to do. So me saying 15 push-ups, me saying 10 push-ups, it would literally make me second guess whether or not I was going to play the game, whether I was going to get on. Like, before I got on, I was really thinking to myself, like, do I really want to do these 15 push-ups? The answer was usually no, so I just wouldn't get on. I also realized that the reason I would even get the urge to play was because I would see a video on YouTube. Like, bro, I literally watched Tens or Sinatra or someone like a pro, Valorant pro playing, and I would think, yeah, I could do that. Like, bro, he taps this person over here and then taps that person over there. Yeah, I could do that. I'd then go and play the game until I realized I was trash. So what did I do to stop that urge? I went ahead and unsubscribed from each Valorant gaming channel I followed, and I got all the Valorant videos off of my recommended. I won't lie, at first it was hard to stop myself from getting on, but after a week, I was completely fine. Eventually, I just stopped thinking about playing. And bro, that was a year ago. And now I can literally count on one hand how many times I've played any game since. I bet you can't count on two hands how many times you've played games in a month. I bet you can't count on two hands how many times you've played any type of game in the last month. All right, listen up. It's time to face the truth. You have to admit that you're hooked, that you've fallen deep into the clutches of addiction, and that it's dragging you down. Whether it's video games, junk food, or any other vice, it has you trapped. Let's break it down, okay? Addictions and habits are tricky little devils. They've managed to wire themselves into your brain, creating these deep pathways that make you crave the very thing that's holding you back. It's like a never-ending loop, you know? You experience the trigger, a cue that sets off this desire for just something. And before you know it, you respond to that trigger, giving into the addictive behavior. But here's the thing. That only reinforces the cycle, making it harder and harder to break free. Research shows that habits are formed through a process called the habit loop. It consists of three key components: the cue, routine, and reward. In Atomic Habits, James Clear, I'm pretty sure that's who wrote it, he describes it as the cue, craving, response, and reward. And the cue is what triggers the habit. The routine is the behavior itself, and the reward is the positive feeling or satisfaction that we get from it. Over time, these habits become deeply ingrained into our brains, creating powerful associations with craving. It's like our brain is built. Habits are as if our brain has built a shortcut to gratification, bypassing logic and reason. Don't lose hope though. The first thing you need to do is figure out what your cue is. You want to figure out what makes you think, hey, I need to do this bad habit. For me, that cue was watching these Valorant videos. So what I did was close that off. Also, another way to break a habit is to also tackle the routine. Tackling the routine would be like, okay, my cue is, I see a Valorant video. So what I did instead of going and playing was like, I need to do 15 push-ups and then I can go and play. That was me changing the routine. And through me changing that routine, I would second guess myself actually going to play. And sometimes all you need is that second guessing. Research has shown that substituting a new routine in response to that cue can be highly effective in breaking unwanted habits. It's like discovering a hidden detour that takes us away from our familiar path. By consciously choosing a different behavior, we can recondition our brains. And create new neural pathways. This process is known as habit reversal. I like to call it break and replace though. I have a video on that coming soon. It has been proven to be successful in overcoming a wide range of addictive behaviors, and I told you earlier, it really helped me quit my video game addiction. So bro, let's seize this opportunity for change and take control of our actions. So bro, let's take each step with resilience and courage, knowing that we are not alone. Together we will conquer the storms, navigate the hidden paths, and discover the strength within us. And as we emerge on the other side, we will be shining examples of triumph over adversity. Maybe you need to have gone through facing this addiction. it will make you stronger. It hasn't made you stronger yet because you're still going through that addiction. It's still plaguing you. But like a disease, once you fight it, it will not come back. Stay hardworking, stay healthy, get wealthy. Thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it. Yeah.